Finally, on further close out the fourth court, is the duties of carrying.
Scopis, eu acho que o deixa a gente não tem instâncias de não. Vai que hoje
Are you ready to proceed? Okay.
Thank you, Monica. I am calling Lando Lutuli, the witness stand.
Can we get your name, sister?
Lwando Lutuli. Lwando for the record will be Lwando. Lutuli will be Luthuli.
Mr. Lutuli, do you swear that the evidence you are about to give is truth, nothing but the truth? Please raise your right hand and say so to God.
Uyafunga mnumzana Lutuli into yokuba unozawuthi bendlale kule nkundla kuzawuba inyaniso yonke, inyaniso yodwa. Uba kunjalo ngenene uyawuphakamisa isandla sakho sangasenene uthi Nkosi ndincede nje inyaniso. So help me God.
All right, thank you, sir. You may be seated.
Okay, then you look at me or to the court.
I understand.
Mr. Lutuli, where do you reside?
Just before the state proceeds, I note that the witness is closest to me.
Yes.
And if my memory serves me quite well, some of the accused persons are, so to speak, in prison. For purposes of this proceeding, I shall therefore request for the presence of a second interpreter who will be assisting those that are, so to speak, in prison.
Okay. That will be Mr. Matshidiso.
I did raise this with you. And then he said all five accused, he understands the case.
Mr. Matshidiso.
Yes, he said.
Can you get clarity, especially in respect of Mr. Khadi? Do you understand this process?
I do.
You sure?
Yes.
Miss Lechamochamo, do you understand this process?
Yes.
So, I don't see any problem with it.
If
Let's confirm from there if they are comfortable with the postings
It is.
in this course and English,
All right.
vice versa.
Are you comfortable, Miss Lechamochamo?
Alekalecha wena o soka o dula fatshe.
Xhosa and-
Wa kgotsofala gore tsamaiso ena e tswele pele ka puo ya Sexhosa le Sekgowa. Wa kgotsofala ka seo. I am comfortable.
Mr. Khan,
Ntate Kgadi, kopa o eme ka ntle. Wa kgotsofala gore tsamaiso ena haholo jwalo ka paki e tswele pele ka puo ya Sexhosa hammoho le Sekgowa. Yes.
all right. Thank you. Well, I didn't ask others because it's not all of Phindela, obviously. It's Xhosa, Mr. Spam, but do you have any problem with?
Tsala ni mele nyao. Ni na ba khat. Nei ma this is bad na ba di tsala Sexhosa. Well, no.
Okay, all right, thank you.
I was asking is to where do you reside?
But some things are done because of the I am currently residing in Mount Fletcher.
In 2021, where were you residing?
I have been residing at Area C village. That will be Helipon Park in Matatia.
Now, can you look at the 5 accused?
Ditsala ke ujonge abakumangalelwa bahlanu bahlelaya.
Do you know any one of them?
Ukhona kubo umaziyo? Yes, I do know one of them.
You only know one.
Yes, only one that I know.
Which one do you know?
Ngomphike Ntozo. That will be accused number 3.
Now,
So can you get the names of accused number 3 so that we are all on the same page? Do you know the names of that person?
Igama lakhe uyazi? Yes, I do.
What are his names?
He is known as Zola Spambo. He is also affectionately known as Kokorosh.
Yes.
thank you, ma'am. In December 2021, where were you?
NgoDisemba ke unyaka ka-2021 hleka zomhle wonke. I was in Area C.
Please tell us step by step what happened.
Awusixelele ke ngokulandelana kwaso isiganeko kwenzeke into kanene balandela. I may not be certain or clear of the date itself, however, I will assume that it would have been after Christmas Day. There arrived accused number 3, Zola, also known as Kokorosh. He was in company of a gentleman known as Malia, Malia, or Maliya. They were driving in a motorbike when they arrived.
Where were you when they found you?
Bafika kuphi I was in a house belonging to Ola Ludidi since passed on now. Ola Ludidi for the record, which will be XOLA. The surname will be LUDIDI.
Thank you.
What time was it? What time of the day was it? I'm not referring to the watch time, what time of the day.
Kwakungawaphi amaxesha mhlawumbe ungasakhange ke bewuthetha ngexesha elilemosho. It was in the evening. I would call it as being late hours. There was also a load shedding at that time.
And what happened on their arrival?
ukufika kwabo ke kwenzeke ntoni nje?
baye babudisana sabuyisana apha njengoba besaza nayo
We greeted each other as persons that were known to each other.
baye uDizola wabuza uXola ukuba uSlow ungabanga so-ke baye baphendulana le ndlela baxhasa uba mna noMaria masiphume sibe ngaphandle bashiyela uZola egqibezela uthetha uXola.
We then decided to leave them, the two of them, as they were exchanging the conversation. We then decided myself and Maria, who was the driver. We waited outside and we left them finalizing their conversation.
So baye bakugqiba yahamba imoto
When after they were done, the motor vehicle pulled off.
yawuma ngasestop sign.
Okay,
It waited next to a stop sign nearby.
when the motor vehicle left what?
Xa ihamba nemoto, ihamba isuka.
isuka kwa-Xolo from the city.
It was leaving from Tola, where we had been. That is where they had found me seated with Tola.
Well, who was living in the motor vehicle?
Ubani opha kunemoto ngexesha ihambayo ke ngoku.
uZola
It was Zola,
no-driver
the driver,
namatshela ayi-2 kwangawabo
and two of their girlfriends.
kwabanjini ngapha e-university sabayi-5.
I was now the fifth one. I was seated at the back with these ladies.
Oh, do you mean when the motor vehicle left Xola's place? You left with the motor vehicle?
Apho ndifuna ukucacelwa khona uthi imoto le ithe xa ihamba isuka phakaxolo ihambe nawe ukhona nawe ubantu bebehamba nemoto.
Since ndandangcela i-hike izandela itown.
That's correct. I was part of the occupants of the motor vehicle because I had requested for a lift that they would drop me in town.
Yes, proceed. You left with the motor vehicle with accused number 3, Mleya, and the 2 girls.
Uthi ke uhambile nguwe ukhona emotweni uliya ukhona nalamantombazana ke.
Iyayikhona.
Yes.
So yahamba estop sign imoto ngoba ngathi khona into abayibonayo uZola no-driver.
The motor vehicle stopped at a stop sign as though Zola and the driver were seeing something.
Baye baphuma
They alighted from the motor vehicle.
kodwa bakhawuleze babuye.
However, they immediately got back into the motor vehicle.
Sahamba
We then
sayetown
pulled off, proceeded to town.
sawudibana noyise wami ndandimlindile wayesibuye ngawaseMflethu.
We waited for my relative, who is my brother, that I had been waiting for from Monfrey, sorry.
So sadibana nabo ngasesiflethu ndadibana noyise then ndaphinde sicela ithuba ngicela bashiye beyasi then bazaqhubeka bona ndiyabile.
We then requested for a lift to Area C, back to Area C, where they would have dropped me and then continued with their trip.
Okay. Who is this Mongile? Accused number 3 was inquiring about.
Lo Simbongile ummangalelo wesithathu ebebuza ngaye ubani. He is the deceased in this matter, if I'm correct.
Okay, so, did you know why number 3 was looking for this?
Usazi wena isizathu sokuba ummangalelo wesithathu abuze efuna uSimbongile? No, I did not know the reasons why they were looking for him.
When did you last say Simbongile in relation to the day number 3 was looking for Simbongile?
Ikuba wena umgqibele nini ukumbona uSimbongile phambi kokuba kufike olaa suku ummangalelo wesithathu efikile ezobuza ngayo nexesha elingakanani umgqibele?
Asithethi mhlawumbe lilitye ngoba ndandingumntu endimbone nje ngoba sasisiva nathi uba usulo kuyafuneka emali nje.
It has been a long time that I had last seen him, as I would oftenly see him. At the same time, I had heard that they were looking for him in Maluti.
Who was looking for
Ngomama
Simbongile?
bebemfuna.
Ndingazi ke ngelo xesha kodwa ngokuphawu ngomagribo ndingabazi ngoba ndingabefuna bathathe into zabo Simbongile bayibaleya nento zabo imali zabo.
I wouldn't know. However, I had overheard that Magri and others, Magri would be spelled as Magre, had been looking for him. And further, I also got to know that he, the deceased, had apparently left away with their belongings, something closer to that.
Thank you, Malene. Let's stop there with this hearsay because it will go down deeper to the hearsay. I'm not going to call this person head about it.
Yes.
Thank you, Malene. It's okay. On that day, is there anything that you wish to add in relation to that day, which I did not ask you?
Masibuyele ke kwela suku lwale lift. Ikhona into oyishiyeleyo mwana ukuyiveza okanye sokugqibele ngeyenzi kangakanani?
Ayisathekile ngiyemphelele ngoba uzola ayifuna uSimbongile efuna ukuxola indlela engazovuka uSimbongile sendabaleyo.
No, that is all, because I only got to know accused number 3 asking from Tola when was accused number 3 last seen. And thereafter I heard that he's not.
That will be his evidence.
Yes.
Thank you, Worship. Sir, I'm the attorney for the accused.
Pamela again knows about the women of start Yes.
I'll try to be very brief with you. If there's a question which you do not understand, please inform me so that I may repeat with that.
Ndizawuba mfutshane kangangoko, kodwa ke uba ngoba mhlawumbe kwenzekile ndaphosa umbuzo kuwe awawuva kakuhle undincede ndiqhwethe kwenzela into yokuba ndizokwazi ukuphendula kumbuzo leyo.
Now, did Tola reside with the deceased?
Uxola ebehlala kunye nomfi?
No.
No.
He, in fact, resided elsewhere
Kukho apho ebehlala khona?
with Lechamochamo.
Yes, the deceased had been residing at his home.
And there really was no reason for accused number together with Mr. Maria to come and look for the deceased for us, please.
And ndikholelwa ke into yoba besingeke sibekho ke isizathu sokuba umnumzana uMaria kwakunye nommangalelwa wesithathu bafike bezobuza ngaye umfi bebuza kwaXolo. I wouldn't know as to how would the reason come up for him to go.
No, I'm putting it to you, sir, that there was no reason for that tonight.
Ndiyaxelela ke mna into yoba besingekho isizathu sokwenza lokho.
Can we continue?
Singekho.
When you say that they went to go look for the deceased at around December,
Uthi bahambile beyokhangela umfi phaa kuDisemba. Yes, it will be after the 25th.
but you don't know the actual date.
Kodwa awulazi olona suku lwakhe. No, because I'm not certain of the date.
How then are you certain that it was after the
Yinto yenza uqiniseke into yoba kodwa ngokusemva kweChristmas it's going 25th. It is because we had just enjoyed the Christmas.
But at the same time, I'm not really sure about the dates.
Kodwa noko kunjalo awuqinisekanga ngolona suku lulu. That is correct, I'm not certain of the day.
And when you left,
Uphumayo wena ushiya uXola noZola phana phakathi. Awuyazi ingxoxo yabo ukuba bebexoxa ngento. That is correct.
you see, the accused will not dispute that he did in fact go to Bola's residence sometime in December with Mr. Mali.
Ithike ndixelele apho mnikazi. Ummangalelwa wesithathu akayiphikisi into yoba ngenene wahamba kunye nomnumzana uMaria besiya phaya okwaXolo. Yes.
Sorry, Your Worship. We have been inconvenienced by the removal of the full picture.
Oh,
And it's difficult to write laws now, Your Worship, in this position.
where is it?
Please be returned, please. May I push my time?
Yes. Bangabulali mntana. Bangasindisa ngalaba. Thank you very much.
In fact, according to my instructions, the third accused went there to go and meet up with the said deceased.
Uthi ummangalelwa ke wesithathu liyinene into yoba uyile phaa eyodibana kunye naye kuXolo. Uyayivuma loo? For he arrived in my presence.
The third accused further instructs me that it is not correct that he had gone there right after Christmas.
Uthi-ke ummangalelwa ayichanyekanga eyokuba uye phaya yena emva kweChristmas.
What he says is that he had gone there days before Christmas.
Endaweni yoko uthi waya phaya kusezinsuku phambi kokuba kufike iChristmas.
Do you have any comment?
Ungaphambi ukuthi ngalona.
Angiyemphawulela ngoba kodwa mina ndithi iChristmas yayidlulile xa sefikayo.
I will have no comment. Safe to say, he arrived after Christmas when I was there.
And I want to put it to you that what he's saying is reasonably and possibly true, because you yourself don't even recall the date.
Ngithike ngixelele into yoba le ayithethayo inesihlahla futhi iyevakala into yoba ingayinyaniso. Ngoba kaloku kwawena awukhumbuli usuku olu othi ufike ngalo. Uvela kwendlule nje.
Yes.
Equally so, accused says it was before Christmas. He doesn't say which day. This one says it was after Christmas. It doesn't remember. What is the difference there?
Your Worship, we are not at liberty to tell this witness on which date exactly the accused went to was in. They have the burden of proof, Your Worship. So ours, Your Worship, is to raise doubt, Your Worship, and to just put the instructions as they are.
Okay. Well, number he has already answered that. According to him, it was after Christmas when the two arrived in his presence. We may proceed.
May I approach my client?
Yes.
Sabulela ngomzamo wokuthula ngexesha lakho uqhelile.
Kabero yandiwe.
Mr. Nwambo, who is the Daniel to organize the bench pit?
May I just excuse my Your Worship? Just to go.
Oh, okay, all right. He may be seated for now. We're still waiting for the team. May you please stand up, sir? Can we get your name, sir?
My name is Kabelo. For the Nyangweni will be NYANGIWENI.
Mr. Nyangweni, do you swear that the evidence you're about to give is truth, nothing but the truth? Please raise your right hand and say so to God.
Uyafunga mnumzana uNyangweni into yoba ukungqina uzawuthi bendlale kule nkundla uzawuba inyaniso yonke, inyaniso yodwa. Kuba kunjalo, phakamisa isandla sakho sangasemnene uthi Nkosi ndincede ndithethe inyaniso.
Okay. Well, which language are you proceeding with? Is it English or is it Xhosa, Mr. Nyangweni?
I shall be comfortable with testifying in this case.
Okay. Yes. Okay, you may be seated.
Young way, you must look at me or to the court.
Zindawo zimbini ngendlela zonyangweni ozawujonga kuzo, usenokujonga mna okanye ujonge inkundla vele. Yes.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 24 years old this year.
When were you born?
Uzalwe ngokune.
2031 August.
Year 2000, on the 31st of August.
Where do you reside?
Eskiti.
I'm residing at Sikiti village. Sikiti for the record will be SEKETI.
Where is,
Is
Is SEKETE.
okay.
where is Skid?
It is Sikiti.
Eskiti ngokuphuma nje apha emaluti ingapha ngasezantsi ukuthi singakuba awungamasinaserahlapha.
It's a village on your way out from Maluti, situated in the old fields belonging to Ramshakwana.
So it is under Mount.
Or it comes to Maluti.
Njalo.
That is correct.
Okay, look at the 5 accused. Do you know anyone from the accused side?
I know all of them.
Mr. Please
Can
stick to
you
one
stick,
language.
can you stick to one language, Mr. Nyangweni?
Okay, let's start with accused number 1. Do you know?
I will be selling drugs on heavy husband in selling drugs in her capacity as the manager now. He's using us to sell drugs.
Okay. You said you were working for her.
That
injalo.
is correct.
What name is she known of?
Was one getting pick up?
Matshidiso
She is known as Matshidiso.
elinye
I've just forgotten this other name.
sister boss.
She is also known as Sister Boss.
In 2021, were you working for her?
Ngomnyaka ka-2021 umsebenza.
Injalo.
That is correct.
Okay. Now let's move to accused number 2.
Masizeke kumongameli wesibili.
How do you know her?
Yena umazi
Noxolo ebenofika nomuntu ofikayo umuntu osebenza eGauteng abanye amaxesha.
She is not known by the name. She would occasionally come as she had been working in Johannesburg at that stage.
Is number 3?
Umongameli wesithathu.
Awukulena ngimazela edolophini
I knew accused number 3 from town.
ebenofika nalapha ngemva kapha.
He would oftenly come up there in company of a guy known as Gabadia.
Number 4?
Umongameli wesine.
Ngimazela edolophini
I also know him from town.
isitshaya
We will be smoking together, smoking drugs together. That is.
Number 5?
Umongameli wesithathu. I can't see his number 5.
May he please stand up, just stand up for a minute.
Sure, I'm sorry. Yes. Kumba umele nyawo shezi.
The one. You see?
Yes.
ndiyamanzi ukuthapelo nalisebenza nalapha phezulu ungumnyeto osiphetheyo naye.
I know him as Tapelo. We have been working together. He would be one of the supervisors.
Okay. Now, my focus now will be in December 2021.
Yabona ke sizabuyela kula nyanga kaDisemba kanyaka ka-2021 hlazomhlebe.
Please tell us what happened in December 2020.
Khawusixelele ngoku kwathi kwenzeka ngoDisemba ka-2020.
Into eyenzeka fanele yenzeka after i-Christmas but before i-New Year that
After Christmas, but before the New Year.
kanti phana ndiyothenga wabesekethi unxakanxaka usihle wabesekethi ndingene khona selambile.
I had gone there to buy. I was called over as I had left already, but I was called back to come in by Nyaga. Known as Sihle, SIHLE. Nyaga for the record, which will be NXAKA/XAKA. NXA.
When you say I had gone there, where is there?
Uthi mna bendiyile phaya ndiyothenga sendihambile ndabizwa ngumnxakanxaka ongusihle into yoba mandingene. Uphi apho bekhona?
Matshidiso.
I'm referring to the house building to Matshidiso. The witness is pointing at his room.
Okay. We were called by this Nakayaka.
Okay.
Ndangena phakathi.
I got inside.
Ithe masengenile wazongena ifoni unxakanxaka.
It is when after I had come in that a call was received by Nyaga.
Apho betho khona ukuthi umfiki wona sebemtholile abasendleleni ezayo lapha.
He was informed that this person who is now the deceased has since been found and that they were now on their way to this side.
Okay. What time of the day was it when we were there at Ngaka service phone call?
Ngawaphi amaxesha ke la ophaya kunqakanqaka ndawo ezawufumana lo mnxeba?
Ngokuphayana emini nje mhlawumbi after 12 but after.
It was during the daytime, I think it was after 12 or before 12, somewhere there.
Was it?
Yathi emagqiba ukuba lekho njena usihle ndixelele uba kwenzakalani ndabethwa luvalo because nam ndanditye izinto zaphaya ezinye zazo zilahlekile ezizobisebhedi zithengisa.
I got shocked to hear this from Ngaka because I felt guilty because I also came to realize that I had used some of their belongings.
What was their belongings?
Ziziphi izinto zabo othi wasebenzise?
Yidek, crystal,
It's tech crystal
capsule.
and capsule.
You were shocked, and then what happened?
Yakothusa ke ngoku le nto.
Ithe ndisahleli kanjalo ndabe ndibona imoto lebebehamba ngayo i-3-ton imitsubhishi ke thanukanyana ekhala.
As I was still seated there, I spotted the motor vehicle called or described as 3-ton. It's a Mitsubishi, greenish in color.
Ndithe uma ndibona lo moto ekhamereni lapho apho ndaphakama khona.
Upon seeing this from the camera, that's when I stood up.
Ndacela isitiyo unxanxisa uvula igeyiti.
I requested from Ngaka a key to open the gate, and I informed them that no one was walking to the house, I'll be coming back.
Unxanxa ithi mayigqiba ukundinikeza isitiyo ukuthi imoto lena beseyingena kulaa geyiti engaphezulu.
When after Ngaka had just given me the key, I learned that the motor vehicle had now got in through the gate, the upper gate.
Ndithe uma ndiphuma the time ndivala igeyiti lapho behlisa khona lo mthi khona.
When I was now exiting, just when I was closing the gate, I noticed that it was when they were offloading the deceased.
Lapho apho khona besekhona nokhathaza khona ke lapho.
At that stage, Kataza was present amongst them.
Who is Kataza?
Uzuko Cwabe.
He is known as Zogo Cwabe.
Was it?
Ndithe uma kundikhipha ke ngabona khona besegcwele negazi nyana apha ebusweni and
As they were now taking out the deceased, I noticed that he was blood stained on the face.
and umamzo ephethe isibhamu ngesandla.
And Mamzo was in her hand carrying a firearm.
Who is Bams?
Mamzo,
Matshidiso.
that will be Mrs. Matshidiso. That's when I got shocked, and I was wondering that if after they were done with punishing this one, are they not going to come to me now? Because I also realized and recalled that I have used some of their items and some of them went missing.
Lapho ke nawo ke kuthiwa mabamhlisele apha kulezi lapho besebenzela khona ezinye ngathanga.
They were then ordered to take him out from the motor vehicle and place him in one of these rooms that were reserved for rentals.
So when you're saying they, who instructed those to take the deceased to those rental structures?
Ndikuva ke usithi kwathiwa mabamehlise bazomfaka kwezi zindlu ezingathi ngamalayini okanye izinto zokwelele. Ubaniwa ebathuma bamehlise imini. It will be Sister Boza and Noxolo and Tabelo.
Who is Sister Boss for purpose of the
Sister
resolution?
Boza, Matshidiso.
Thank you.
When we're watching all this, where were you?
Then kushukukelele into ke wena undawo. I was in a lower gate and I was also attempting to lock the gate.
The instruction was that you should be taken to those flats, kind of flats.
Kuthiwa ke imifake from the motor vehicle into one of those flats where a punishment would be subjected to any.
Yes, then what happened?
I then ran away as they were leading him into one of those flats.
Okay. You left the premises.
While they were armed. Yes, I left. Wasn't. I went back there after some days to buy what I would be smoking.
Okay. Proceed.
I was now, when I was there with the view to buying this, I asked from Kataza as to what happened to this gentleman who was being punished.
Okay, just stop there. Who is Katasa?
Ukataza was Zugotwabe.
Is here?
Ukona? No. Okay. No, he passed on.
Let us not talk about what you heard from Twale.
Masiye
Let's talk about what you witnessed with your own eyes.
Masiye thethe into event thethe nje ke ngenoyibonileyo. Yes. No, with regard to what I witnessed, I'm done.
Okay. On the 1st of January, now, 2022, where were you?
The ones that January,
During the new year.
the ones that January 2022, UP onasukuleyo ye. I was at Simba's place. Simba is the person I would be working with for accused number 1. I was then sent up there as we were busy weighing the tech itself. I was sent up there to go and exchange this text to capsule because I was addicted to it.
Simba's house, is it at Skid 2?
Simba, yes.
Was Simba residing with accused number 1's place, or was he here in his own?
Even this place where Simba had been residing was not his home.
Okay, well, what I'm interested in is where were you on the 1st of January? Do you want the New Year's Eve?
I define
Or let's say 31st of December, on the New Year's Eve.
ndifuna nje phambi kokuba kufike usuku lweNew Year wawuphi wena mhlobo? I was in a place next to Matshidiso's, that is accused number one's house, because it's a spot where we'll be seated and smoke these drugs from. It's close by, you just go to accused number one's place, buy from there, sit next door, and smoke.
I understand on the 31st of December, you celebrating.
Ndiyafuna ke into yokuba qho ngoDisemba kakhulukazi nge-31 niye nibhiyoze.
injalo.
That is correct.
Yathi makubhiyoza elithi thina masikhalisa i-cricket umamze nalishaya isibhamu phezulu.
Whenever we'll be celebrating, we will celebrate through firing crickets. And as we will be doing so, accused number one will be firing shots.
Okay. Are we specifically referring to this 31st of December 2021, leading to the 1st of January?
Uthetha ke ngoku ngezi 31 December 2021. Xa kuzawusake le nyaka olandelayo. Yes.
Okay, did you say Matshidiso in the house? That is accused number one.
Wambona akwakhe uMagrelo oqala
Ngawo wamamehlo.
with my own naked eyes.
Did you see accused number two?
uMagrelo osibini
Khona ngisakhumbule kahle ngikhola kakhulu. Kodwa ngisakhumbule kakhulu.
I do not have a clear recollection.
Ngisho ngayo mama.
I do not have a clear recollection in respect of accused number two. I wouldn't love to lie. However, the person that I'm certain of is accused number
What about accused number three?
uMagrelo osibini.
Mama nginostandi ngoba nangibhizibayelele umuntu obhizi ngokabhadina kakhulu. Umuntu ehlala phansi kunabantu but ngalo matabini ngithanda ngibona nje ngapha
I've indicated it before that accused number three will be a busy person. He will be busy with Kabatini. However, he would always be around Mambiti.
Did you see accused number four during the celebration?
Ngexesha kubhiyozwa phaya uMagrelo wesine nawo.
azange ndimbone ekhaya balinathi mabeshela.
I did not see accused number four in a spot where accused number one had been firing shots from.
What about accused number five?
uMagrelo wesihlanu, he will always be there.
Did you say he will be
One border garage. Yes, clearly.
his evidence plan?
Stage, because the controversial, I'd like to maybe take a large version for me to just get started by the cases and maybe soon worship across large.
What did it
And it's called two.
At what time did it come?
1:30.
So is it okay with all the officials?
It's fine.
Mr. No.
Is
Is it okay? Mr. Daniel?
Correct, Worship.
Yes.
All right. Well, we will stop here for now and adjourn until 1:30. So we'll be back at 1:30. Mr. Nyangwen, you are still under oath, sir. You are wanting not to discuss this case with anyone else, and please remain in the premises. We'll come back at 1:30.
Resolution ya 18 it's one. That's okay. This is to receive about the second specific. Can we close the specific about the have the work of the institution in Abadina? The question about the not really part of anybody.
Shall we adjourn?